Just Colleen Campbell with the very latest on what we can expect. Hey, Colleen.
Hey, Sarah. Now, I did want to mention that part of the Bahamas, Nassau, did not see any effects of Melissa because it was a little bit too far up to the north. However, the southeastern and central Bahamas were hit harder by Melissa, which has since moved away from the Bahamas. So here's Melissa right now. Now, Bermuda is up next. Yes, Melissa is still going to impact more places. We are ready for this storm to go away, but unfortunately, it's still a Category 2. It has winds at 105 miles per hour. We said that last night that this would strengthen once it got into that body of water there. However, it is moving fast northeast at 24 miles per hour. So that's great because that leaves less time to bring more impacts to other places. As we look at the track for Melissa, last updated at 11 a.m., you'll notice that it will pass to the west of Bermuda around tonight, tomorrow timeline, basically overnights we'll call it, as a Category 2 hurricane. But here's the problem, that Bermuda will be on the dirty side, meaning that due to the counterclockwise rotation of Melissa, the way that the winds wrap around the storm, they will have the strongest winds as well as the threat of coastal flooding, storm surge, heavy rain, even as Melissa brushes by about 100 miles out to the west of where the island's located. So when it's on that eastern side of the storm, they get the worst weather compared to if Melissa was on the other side of the islands. As Melissa moves on, it will weaken to a Category 1 and then eventually scrape up against coastal Canada and Newfoundland. They may have some effects from Melissa as well as a remnant low. Here's a way to look at how much available moisture we have in our atmosphere, but it's also a way to look at what is forcing Melissa out to sea. We have a trough that's been digging down into our area. We have a front on top of our area currently. That's why we have the extra cloud cover out there for today, and a sprinkle not out of the question for a local forecast. But this is also carrying Melissa away. Melissa's basically being swept up, and that's why it has picked up the speed as well. Drier air beginning to take over for our forecast and will leave us with pretty pleasant conditions here for the next couple of days. There's that front. Again, the front is draped over the Bahamas at this time, increasing our wind speeds on the backside of that front. Also, we have just enough available moisture where you see a couple clouds out in the sky on satellite there, and a few sprinkles not out of the question either. As we move into today, you see some of those sprinkles that have been out in the Gulf, but most of that dissipating before it can even make its way over to land. Just be aware that if you see a raindrop on your windshield, it's not something out of the ordinary when you have that extra moisture that we have to work with. We will continue the process of drying out and the winds will begin picking up pace. Notice that Crystal River, you guys have winds that are breezier compared to some of our interior locations. They just had a wind gust recently at 20 miles per hour up in Crystal River, Citrus County. As we look at our marine forecast for today, we do have those gusty winds that continue from the northwest, 15 to 25 knots. Notice the white caps that's going on here. This is a live picture from Clearwater. So yeah, the water is choppy out there. Please be careful. There's a small craft advisory in effect through Friday evening. Temperatures right now are in the lower to mid 60s. We have some upper 60s peppered in there as well. Feeling fantastic today. We're rising into the low to mid 70s. Really going to be a beautiful afternoon. And if you like this, well, stick around because we have even better weather on the way for Halloween. For those trick-or-treaters, they may even want a little sweater to go with their cute Halloween outfit. And then as we move into this weekend, we turn those clocks back 1 hour, Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday, our temperatures are a little bit closer to normal, and then Monday and Tuesday, rain returns to interrupt that slight warming trend.